That's the part in Misery that I always look away from. And I cannot believe that I have to see that.
I didn't look. I knew what it was, so I just turned away.
I'm your biggest fan.
Welcome to Tuesday, October 29th, 2 days from Halloween. And we are doing tonight with Dennis, a.k.a. the Jackie Chair.
Hi.
A.k.a. Xavier. And coming in for Tuesday pop-up is Orobarao, who you probably all know from the chat.
What's up, crew? Hello, everybody in chat.
Hello, Al. Hello, Al. All right, what do we got for tonight's show?
Garbage. Lots of garbage. Fecal matter.
Like and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon. Good night, guys.
Good night. Okay, so for Patreon, let's talk about that really quickly.
Yes.
Okay, so our schedule, and again, this is really a very loose schedule because I'm.
How loose is it?
Yeah, I'm very loose. I want to do a scary movie this week. I want to do Channel 9 Mills next week. And then after that, if you guys want to start the Penguin, I'm happy to do that as well. It's a phenomenal show.
I want to see it.
It's a great show, bro. You're gonna love it.
I'm very
heard.
It's amazing. And then we can do a continuing thing on the Channel 9 shows. I think there's like 30 episodes.
Yeah.
And then during the break time period, we can go into more of them if you guys want to. I mean, it's just up to you.
Oh, I do. I love the Channel 9 shows because they were so awful. They were funny.
Yes, I agree. I think they were just really atrocious shows. But
they were funny.
As a New Yorker myself, I don't think I ever really watched it. Like, do you remember what time it was on?
All right. It was on late. It was on, the Channel 9 show was on it was at 11. It was after the 10 o'clock news on WWOR, and it came on at 11.
Okay. Well, that would explain it. I've never watched like late night shows. I
loved it. It was must-watch TV.
You know what? I was just so tired at that point. I've always been like a morning person. And so.
You're not in the 80s, bro? How are you tired in the 80s? We had cocaine. Come on.
Yes, I did.
She couldn't even stay up to watch the show at 11 o'clock.
Mo was barely getting to the clubs at that time.
I remember, I was a loser, so I watched Miami Vice, and then eventually it would roll into the Channel 9 show.
No, yeah, I don't think wait, so Tamara Francois is asking how racist is it? Because
it's bad.
It's bad, but you know what? That's the exposure that we want to show. I mean, that's the beauty of watching it. It's shocking when you think to yourself how bad it really was, actually.
Well, no, if you're a snowflake, you're not gonna be able to watch this. You're gonna be cuddled in a corner,
I'm so cute.
Calling a friend.
There's a difference between being a snowflake and being an African American woman, like
a black woman,
and doesn't really want that. I don't think that's necessarily snowflake, Dennis.
But
who wants to watch this shit? I mean, honestly, it's cringeworthy.
It's cringeworthy, but people used to. If you get easily offended, this is not your show. Yeah, you will not like the Channel 9 shows.
That's where he did the black. That's where he did the blackface with Sherman Hemsley, right?
Yes, he did with his Ted Danson.
Thomas, he did like quiz shows with the
Mayor
and the judge dude. What's his face?
Clarence Thomas.
I mean, it was just really as racist as you can expect it to be.
Oh, absolutely.
So interestingly, I was reading something on Reddit, and some dude had put up an early Stern show. I think it was from like 2004. Maybe it was like 20 years ago, maybe a little bit more. And it was him just ripping Bruce Springsteen a new asshole, which I find to be very delicious.
Yes.
But it's so weird how when you listen to the show and like Howard doesn't want to say the N-word, but then he'll play a song that has the N-word in it. Like he would always kind of use some sort of conduit to not necessarily say it himself, but to use other people.
He used to use it, but now what he does, he has King of All Blacks.
It's not even.
Oh, no, King of All Blacks is now the person that comes in and like drops it like a hammer.
Even 20 years
like
ago.
a hammer.
And so So yeah, I do want to play that for you guys, probably in its entirety, and maybe we'll just kind of do like a unbelievable. I can't believe this show like existed the way it did. And the weird thing is that we never thought of it like that back then. Like we just
gonna give it to you.
Yeah, of course, DMX, of course.
Okay, okay. The big thing about that is back then we thought that he could take it, and so that's why we gave him a pass to just annihilate everybody. And it turns out later on that he was just the biggest, like the thinnest skinned mother effer, of all of them. So, how many times you remember, like someone mentioned Andy Dick yesterday. Remember how he just melted when Andy Dick did the same things that he used to do?
Well, think about this. When they had any roast, when he did the roast, who is the one person that never, ever, ever took a lot of shrapnel? Who's that one person? Yeah. That would be Howard, who never had a roast, who never had a real roast of himself. Howard.
But beyond that, he can't take it. He can't do it. I mean,
well, it's not that he can't take it. He just, like somebody was just saying in the chat, he doesn't want to remember that part of his.
No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about us, the fan base. The reason he could do Black Jeopardy, the reason he could do the Sherman Hemsley thing, is we thought he could take. We thought he was okay. I'll make fun of these guys, but they can make fun of me, and it turned out to be nowhere near that.
No, he's very thin-skinned. I mean, it's just
yeah.
Oh my God! If his skin was any thinner, he'd be completely translucent.
So that's why. So people watch, like people ask, and fairly, is it racist? Yeah, it's racist. But at the time, we thought that he could. He wasn't above it. At least that's what I used to think.
Listeners, but we as listeners, we accepted it though too. You know what? We accepted that this was the way people talked, and so it was okay.
Yeah.
And like Tamara was just saying, it like triggers her, and I get it. I get why that would trigger you. I get why that would make you angry.
And, the other thing though is a lot of times, like good comedians, and I guess we gave him a little too much credit. Good comedians like Mel Brooks can take it, and it makes.
Mel Brooks is genius, bro.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you take it and you use it as like a learning experience or some sort of like directive on society, kind of in a twist kind of way. Howard was just doing it for shock value.
Well,
that's all it really was.
Dennis, I completely agree with you, and I think when Blazing Saddles is a perfect example of that.
Yes,
because Mel can take it.
Yes,
he held society's a mirror to your face and made fun of it, and he's always was part of that. Howard, on the other hand, can't.
No. Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
So anyway. I appreciate the conversation of racism in the Howard Stern show. It's always shocking and amazing to me the shit that he did get away with, and how many hundreds and hundreds of people on all forms of social media have tried to cancel him for it and have brought up the shit that he has done, and he just gets a pass. He just gets a pass.
I think if he was still on a major platform, he would have been annihilated.
But in a way, though, he's behind a paywall now, and so you don't have to
double paywall.
So you don't have to listen to him. You're not forced to listen. He's not on your radio. He's not in the zeitgeist of what is out there today.
He's not even part of. Go ahead.
I was going to say at the same time, the public could be too. Like, why cancel somebody who's so irrelevant now and not even on most people's radar?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. And so
clearly nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly.
At this point, clearly nobody cares. For what reason? We don't know, nobody cares.
He's not even part of pop culture anymore. I mean, he is so removed from pop culture at this point. There's nothing left to remove him from because he doesn't belong in pop culture.
He had Bruce on. There wasn't even a mention of it from.
Oh no, there was nothing
on any. Not even like Yahoo News.
He thinks the best thing he's ever done. Farmy Justin saying, I actually enjoyed the racism on the show. Wasn't that when the show was entertaining? So there's a fine line between enjoying the racism and being okay with it. Since you probably were never a target of the racism ever. Standard white dude. You were never a target of his racism. So I'm not necessarily sure that you would have thought of it as anything other than what it is. And then when you have Robin on the show as the only Black person ever to be on that show other than Rashawn, he got a pass because she laughed at it and she was okay with it. So I don't know.
Racial beard.
Yeah, Robin gave him a pass, so that's why it was,
Of course. Of course. So yeah, okay. Excellent conversation. However, let's talk about what's going on in this stupid show. So there were no guests today. He had Jimmy Fallon yesterday, and today there was so much he thought he was going to get to, so much that was important, so much. As it turns out, it was just another bullshit show. That's really what it was. So here's the start of the show, and then we'll continue on.
Feel like we do. Dan. Frampton. Frampton got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm very happy about that. Although, what's the difference? Congratulations.
Why is he talking about Frampton?
Remember the song Huge Boobs?
I was guitar tutor. That's why.
Somebody did.
Yeah, okay. So he starts out with like some bullshit about Peter Frampton, and really, who cares about Peter Frampton?
So,
wasn't he a one-hit wonder? Really?
Yeah, he is actually.
He's got a couple hits.
Frampton comes alive, right?
Yeah, that's all he got. Frampton comes alive.
That's about it.
That's all he needs. That's all.
Literally, Hootie and the Blowfish had more hits than him.
So here's the other thing about the Frampton thing. It was his tutor that probably brought him up. And then the other part is that he, instead of having a meeting talking about what they're going to be doing on the show, he played guitar for his staff to torture the shit out of them. That was literally, he played Frampton, and I can't imagine how horrifically bad Peter Frampton sounds in his hands.
Coming out of his spindly fingers on a guitar, yes. I know. So of course we get into conversation that everybody wants to talk about, which of course is more humidity. So I don't even know where to start with this and why it is a topic of conversation for the last 4 days that he's been on air, when he could simply get a fucking humidifier. Like, seriously, what is wrong with him?
Or open a window.
Well, he doesn't have any down there in that basement. You forget. He's worried about his very expensive guitars that are sitting down in a room that is meant to have
for free.
Actually,
wine room.
Actually, couldn't he just take a bucket of water and stick it down there, and it would make humidity?
Probably.
I think that if you go on Amazon and just get a simple
I understand that, but
a humidifier, like a $30 humidifier.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the argument.
I bought that. Meanwhile, talking about guitars, my basement here is 32% humidity, which is dangerously low, not good for guitars, and I don't know what to do about it. I called someone yesterday, and I said, we need a humidifier down here, but I don't know.
I called somebody yesterday to tell them that we need a humidifier down here. So
he's a baby.
Yeah,
he's a baby.
I got to get humidity into this area I'm in, because the guitars are going to get ruined.
In the interim, you can buy a cheap portable humidifier.
That's what I said.
I don't know, but it seems like everything around here is a discussion. You understand? I have people who have to look into things.
Wow.
Okay, just out of curiosity, how much more did he care about these free guitars than he did his dad's when he was on his deathbed?
About 1,000% more.
1,000%.
1,000% more. Yeah.
He was literally calling his dad a piece of shit because he's dying, but he's worried about his guitars.
Because we didn't pull the clip, but yesterday he talked about seeing his dad right before he died, and went, "Oh well, good knowing you," and I left. And then I left. Literally, that's what he said. The big emotional send off to his father.
And today he's talking about how he's so upset about the humidity because of the guitars that he's playing and how he's so invested in it. But meanwhile, all these different people have given him like a ton of guitars where he never gave a shit about the humidity. And
they were all on the walls.
And they're all on the walls.
In the bowling alley.
Had enough humidity, exactly. So it's just.
I mean, I'll give you an idea how absolutely crazy he is with like his air conditioning in his house is. All right, I can't see it, but I have 44% humidity in my house in Florida. 44%. He's down in the 30s. I mean,
30s.
30s.
But again, it's a wine room. It's supposed to be the least amount of humidity in your home. I don't even know. 44 is actually low. I'm like shocked. I think the humidity.
I think what's going on is that Beth is like a pillar of salt. She just sucks the humidity out of everything.
Well, it sucks all the other energy out of the room.
Here. The joy, the humidity.
The joy,
the intelligence,
everything. Humidity outside is 72, but I don't know how to read
this again.
In here. Sorry.
No.
Okay.
Too much humidity. So much humidity.
So much humidity. So what you're not realizing is that in order for something to happen in his house, there's this whole chain of command. So here we go.
Command.
I made calls yesterday, but anybody. I've got so many people who work around here. It's crazy. I have a whole chain of command. Everyone's a vice president. No soldiers. I don't know where to start today. There's so much to talk about. Yesterday, Jimmy Fallon was here. Who was?
I don't even want to talk about that. There is so much to talk about, but there is nothing that will be gotten to. Like nothing will be gotten to.
Oh, speaking of stuff to talk about, over under when he gets to Terry Garr. She was never on the show, so when does he get to her?
He will, by all means, say how much he loved Young Frankenstein, and then go into like a little dissertation. Probably sooner than he gets to Blit and JD in Paris.
But is it this week or next?
Well, tomorrow is Friday, so unless they get to it like early on in the show, it's not going to happen. Unless that 70, 80 amount of people that work there get to it tonight, it's not going to happen. And you're right. Since she's never been on the show, he has no vested interest in her.
No, he doesn't.
But let's do a recap of what's going on the show today. It's very involved, and it's not for the faint of heart. Just so you know,
there's a lot to get to today, including where do I start?
Where do you start?
Ronnie's 75th birthday.
75.
And Richard went to that Jimmy Fallon's Tonightmares. Jimmy Fallon's
Did he mention that
a haunted house.
Didn't get to it.
Some strange diapering that went on between him and I will try to do Sternak. I'm going to play you a brand new Oprah phony phone call that everyone is talking about in America.
Okay.
No one can stop talking about it.
Yeah, so big.
And also I will be calling upon JD for something that happened at the John Hines' daughter's wedding. There's a bunch of things going on there. I think there might be an appearance from the Ronnie puppet with demonstrating his hot dog technique. And there's going to be a lot going on today. So please know that this is a very involved show. And if you can't handle it, tune out.
Wow.
Dude, that read it's literally like that's the first time he saw that information.
Oh, it is. It is
literally he just read that like a fourth grader reading Moby Dick.
Xavier, he actually, instead of doing that before the show, he was playing guitar.
Yeah.
He woke up at 6:30, played his guitar for 10 minutes, and then he came on air.
Fiddling for the crew so that they could give him like some sort of, affirmation.
Didn't he promise Sternak like 3 or 4 weeks ago already?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a
while. All these bits have been ongoing things that he's going to get.
He's doing a Johnny Carson bit in 2024.
Yeah.
All right. Apparently, Bruce Springsteen was on last week, and you wouldn't know that by the sheer amount of publicity that the Bruce Springsteen has gotten. And he's been trying to release the video, but apparently there's a couple of snafus with getting this video out. And so here he is talking about that.
You guys will be getting it on the app. When is it coming out on the app? Can someone tell me, please? Because this thing's got to be seen. It has got to be seen by my audience.
Yes. Howard, we are still working on it. Just give us a little time.
What the fuck?
We're just hammering out some details. We want it out too.
We? Who's we? I am we. I am
everybody here. But also
Baba Boo Wee. Baba. Oh, he must be. His name must have been shortened to Wee. Baba Boo Wee.
There's Bruce's camp is, working on some stuff with them as well. They want it to be perfect.
That means it's never coming out because it's awful. We saw the. Here's the thing, though. We see the clips on YouTube. There are clips they released on YouTube from their app, right? Because we played them yesterday.
Bro,
Monique?
There are people that live stream from the top of Mount Everest.
Yes, I know.
That you can see instantly. Like yesterday, I was watching videos from Perseverance, which is on the surface of Mars, which is 140 million miles away.
No,
and that was like less than 24 hours.
Just that they're not cleared to play the video.
But they
the video
played parts of the video.
The song rights, right?
But they've already played them.
So they didn't think of that before they got them on the show?
I don't know.
But that's usually how the way it usually works is you clear shit before you click that speed button on the camera.
But remember, Bruce doesn't own his songs anymore. He's sold out. So
wait a minute.
Good point, but that's something that you have. Isn't John Hine a producer? Isn't he his job to make sure that whatever list is given to him as far as what they're going to is cleared before?
But we played the song last night where Howard started talking during it. And was that on the app or was it on YouTube?
I think they've been doing it was on YouTube, but from the Howard Stern show. So it was Howard Stern sanctioned thing. And if you look at the YouTube thing, which how
did it get out there then if it wasn't a Howard Stern sanctioned thing?
No, it is. It is. I think that what they're talking about is the entirety of the whole body of work. So if you look at what's going on there right this second, you can see that clearly. There's here they've got Spirit in the Night, Hungry Heart, Glory Days, 10th Avenue Freeze Out, Brilliant Disguise. So there's a couple.
Those are the 5 songs that you would ever care about.
That's what he has.
Regardless, it's someone's job to make sure that shit's cleared before.
Yeah, but I don't know that that's necessarily the case.
I'm confused
because there was an issue apparently with the thing that was coming out on Hulu and what music was played on Hulu and them not having.
Again, they knew what he was there to promote.
No, but they didn't know.
So he willy-nilly just shows up and do shit that we don't know anything about.
They didn't know what he was going to play. They allowed.
Okay, it is someone's job to know that.
Monique.
No, Gary said today.
That's weird, man.
You're shooting the messenger. I don't give a fuck.
No, but this is so weird.
But, dude,
Xavier's right, though.
It's retarded.
But this is the weird part, though, is that literally they had a list of songs they were going to play, and they know they were going to play them. Honestly, they were there practicing the night before. They could have had everything ironed out before because they knew the set they were playing because they practiced it the day before. So this is absolutely incompetence. This is utter incompetence.
Generally,
it's hilarious how incompetent.
Generally, there is an artist release before you go on. You have someone on whatever production you're doing, and so you clear the right to broadcast whatever they do. So the fact that they didn't have the foresight to think, well, some of these songs may not be cleared, is absolutely incompetence at its finest.
But they're saying it's the Springsteen camp. It's nobody else.
Okay. Once again, it is it's the Howard Stern show. It is their job to clear that before.
I don't care. Yes. I don't care.
Okay.
I know, but it just shows how absolutely clueless they are. They have 70 people and they have this giant corporation and they're unable to do the simplest thing.
Yes.
Just get shit
cleared
so it can be played.
Like Entertainment 101.
It's amazing how they consider this thing, a major show behind 2 paywalls, but they're literally podcasts that
it's
have
embarrassing.
10th of the budget.
Honestly, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, they do much more.
Trying to see what he has on his Twitter. So funny
Howard?
that they have Michael Rappaport on the wrap-up show now. He's not even worthy of
Are you kidding? Wow.
So let me see how many here. So I'm looking at just the Twitter feed so that you can see what he has there. And it's 4th of July, Asbury Park, 10th Avenue Freeze Out, Glory Days, Brilliant Disguise. Talking about the interview. Spirit in the Night. Atlantic City. Nebraska. Born in the USA. See, so there's a lot of it here.
The whole thing's almost on Twitter, basically.
So I'm not necessarily sure what it is that is.
It's weird, isn't it? It makes no sense.
I don't know.
That's the thing, though. It doesn't make any sense. And you know what's so funny is that this interview actually eclipsed James Taylor for a number of songs.
Exactly.
Which was the worst interview ever by Howard Stern, 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was horrible. I agree. Okay, so let's swing. I know. You know what?
I got it on video.
I always come up to this one because I just think that it's just the funniest thing with Howard playing golf.
Whatever happened to that?
Really shitty greens too.
Move over, Charles.
It's like a horrible greens.
Oh, stop it! That's hilarious.
How's that one? That's a very.
Honey, I got that on video.
Oh,
I got that on video.
Very good shot.
Honey, I got that on video.
Did you?
Yeah.
Tweet that.
Look at that outfit. Tweet that.
Wow.
Idiots.
He swings like an arthritic old woman. I mean, it's
okay. Hang on. Hey guys, the politics have to stop in the chat, or we'll kick you out.
Why? Who cares? Who cares?
No. We're not turning into this.
Leave it.
Exactly.
October 29th. We have a consequential election next week.
They're the same as every other goddamn
bro,
election.
then I'm out.
We're not putting it up on the thing. I'm not even.
No. These guys are having a little. Nothing horrible, but let's just come on. Right. Go somewhere else with that crap.
Unblock Billy Blunder. He's a good guy. I guess that's to you, Xavier. I have no idea.
Okay.
Thanks, Shane.
Thanks, Shane.
We'll take under advisement.
All right, let's move on, please.
$50 and you'll unblock them.
Shush you.
Hey, Bumpy Johnson, bro. That's why I'm saying it so it doesn't get to that point.
Okay.
Go somewhere else with that crap. How's that?
All right, guys, we're gonna move on. Please, I beg you, don't even talk about.
Can we see him swing again? Because I need to see that again.
You really? Okay, I think I
want to see that again. It's like an arthritic old woman. This is the greatest thing ever.
Oh, no, it's not coming up. I don't know why.
Oh my God, it's depressing.
Oh my God,
it's not working. The interwebs are against us.
Oh, let me continue on. So there's a new dude named Ryan who's a senior VP in his camp, in his organization, but he has no idea who this person is.
Do me a favor. Call a meeting of all my vice presidents and senior producers immediately and find out when we are getting it. You wouldn't believe it. I'm talking. Yeah, in fact, I was talking to Ryan Penchek about right before the Jimmy Fallon interview. And we're talking. I don't know how he sends me an email with some Jimmy Fallon information. I see on it, Ryan Penchek, Senior Vice President of Editing or something like this.
Senior Vice President?
Senior Vice President. I said, people around here, I call him, I go, Mr. Vice President. They love giving out titles on my show. Can you?
Yeah, he has no idea who he is, by the way, and had no idea who he was or never heard of him.
He's been there for 8 years. 8 years. 8.
So I couldn't really spell his name right, weirdly enough. And let me see.
Ryan what? What's his last name?
Penchek.
Is that like the guy on the Balky? The guy who plays Balky?
I don't know. I tried looking him up and I couldn't find him anywhere. So let's hear from Ryan and see what his story is, what he started as, and how he wound up being VP.
Let's see. So everybody, you got to hear this.
I am I'm Vice President of Programming.
How long have you been here? I mean, I just got to know you a week ago.
10 years in August.
10 years?
Yeah.
Yep.
What did you start out as? Well, how did you? Let me hear your trajectory.
I was the news director of the Howard 100 News. That was my first job here.
What?
Yeah.
You were? I never heard of you doing that. I never even heard of you before.
Like that.
I never heard of you before. He's been on the show for 10 years. He was running Howard 100 News. He was literally running it. And he never heard of him.
Yeah.
Did he have one of those sweet yellow jackets?
The one that Shuli has framed in the back of his show.
Yeah. It's so weird. There was this clip about kids being fascinated by beat, but I don't really care about
it. It's so funny to have them think that anything on this show is known by anybody under 30.
But he is known on the TikTok market not because of Howard though.
Because of himself.
He is his own entity as a strange looking little weird dude having nothing to do with Howard, like at all.
No, nothing.
It has nothing to do with Howard. Most of these kids who know of Beat don't know of Howard. So I'm going to skip that clip. Then they decide they're going to they come back from a break and they're going to do a Glenn Campbell wiki. I don't even know why. I don't know.
Because his guitar tutor said so.
Hang on, come back to it. Let's play the clip.
Great guitar players. I don't think the young kids know the name Glenn Campbell, but
no, the young kids don't know the name
playing guitar. Glenn Campbell's dead now, but
doesn't he have his own soup?
Just Wichita lineman and a couple others too. Yeah, that guy. He was a session guitar player. I don't know if you know that, but he used to be. He played on 1 million rock records.
Yeah, and so he goes on, and he gives us like a whole discography about Glenn Campbell, and it's like, who gives a shit? Like, seriously,
was Wikipedia.
Yeah, it was a total wiki on Glenn Campbell for no good reason whatsoever, other than to say that he was a great guitar player.
Was he?
I don't know.
I've never heard
good.
Gee, did you listen to that dude, Glenn Campbell?
He was good, I guess. I mean,
he's like a young Jimmy Page. That guy.
I don't know.
You know, the funny thing is, though, they were playing Sponge in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
And he actually got he's such a big fan of Sponge that he actually got the name of the band wrong, because he started calling, because the name of the song's Plowed, and he started calling them Plowed, and then he realized that they're Sponge, because he's never heard that song ever before in his life, and he gave a wiki on it too.
Hello, Drew Show. I was just texting with you to let you know that I couldn't pick up on you because I'm on air right now. Silly Billy, didn't realize I was here.
What? Oh my God!
So you might be interested to know that they are going to be doing a psych test, and Melody had some
Melody
poignant comments on this, because she can't believe that there would be somebody in their stratosphere who would give them this test when it should be something that, takes a couple of hours to do. And so why would some quack friend of Sam's be giving them a test to see whether or not they're crazy or not? So yes, Drew Show is here on the front line of Rumble. Guaranteed. Thank you for that. Thank you. So let's talk about the psycho test. Let me play it, and then we'll go back.
Ask the psychological.
Yeah, I passed everything.
I don't believe it. Hey, are you taking the psycho test today?
Yeah.
But the psycho.
Yeah, me too.
Psycho test.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
So anyway, it's a long story. Sam,
Why is it a
who
long
works
story?
with us, she knows somebody, a doctor, who they give these tests are to test if you're psychotic or not. It's a pretty simple test, actually.
You're taking it?
Oh yeah, I'm taking it.
So Sam's friend is going to give them a test to see whether or not they are psychotic.
Psychotic, yeah.
Yeah. So Melody was a little upset about this, and Melody, you can speak to it if you choose
Right
to.
there. Right there. It's not a doctor. That's correct.
That is correct. I don't know if they're using one of those online, like, are you gay kind of test things. This just really annoys me, the way they're so cavalierly and flippantly discussing mental health when they're also claiming to be professionals, like they're doing a real test, and it just puts across wrong info and stigmas for people who actually have issues, and it feeds into stereotypes. This drives me crazy. So of course, I ask her, is this a test that we can take? Because I would love to take a test, and then we can all, gauge ourselves whilst Howard and company do it. And she said, well, anybody can fill out the paper, yes, but it have no validity. For the purpose of our form, if you wanted to take a look at it, it was just for seeing what kind of things are asked on the test proper. But she's saying it usually like a real test would take, 2 to 4 hours to do. And, she doesn't understand how like Sam's friend could possibly be a doctor that they would take this so flippantly.
So, and here's the best part. They said they would have everything done tonight, and they're going to be doing at least a dozen people.
Which means that, they're probably going to have this as part of the show tomorrow. So all the shit that you thought was going to be happening tomorrow is.
Oh, this is going to take most of the show.
There's dozens of these on the internet. I just looked.
Yeah.
Dozens.
Well, why don't you forward one to us, and then we will take it and see what our see how we measure.
Oh, bro!
Here we go.
We all know how
coming strong tonight.
Maybe a psychopath put a wig on in the 80s and don't take it off until your deathbed. Yeah, well, that is true.
We know there's no happy ending for these things.
No. I think we're all a little mad here. So.
All right. Well, I'd be happy to take that test, Xavier. So if you want to throw us up one in the private chat, and I'll do it later on, and then do our scores later on. So, of course, during the Are You a Psycho segment, it was the only mention of Benji for the entirety of the season. So let's go.
Every quarter he gets mentioned.
What? That's it.
There's
right,
one
Sam?
person. That's correct, Howard. There's one person here that a large majority of the staff believe will be the winner. And by winner, I mean the most psychotic.
The loser, right?
Right. It depends.
The biggest loser. Right. Who is the most psychotic on the staff?
Well, there's about 7 people here that think it's going to be Benji.
Oh, Benji. Yeah. I agree with that. I think Benji's whacked.
Everybody bows to Benji.
The problem is that Benji would always make it farcical, and whatever he answered would never be truthful anyway.
Absolutely.
And of course, he would try to skew it that way. So this really burned my ass today. I have to tell you, this is my clip of
burned their ass. Like hot sauce.
Drives me fucking batshit because he has the balls to say this, and they're talking about the psych test and all this stuff. And Melody, it's gonna drive you crazy too. So we all know that lovely, lovely young Ashley is a nurse practitioner. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's just start with that as the premise. But not only is he just everything he says in this sentence is a lie. So let's go to it.
We're gonna know.
Yeah, one of my daughters is a doctor, and she administers a lot of these tests. So I know they're the real deal. It's fucking crazy how they can determine stuff. But
okay, your daughter's not a doctor; she's a nurse practitioner.
Yes.
Your daughter's a nurse practitioner, which means that she usually works at like an urgent care or something like that, and she's able to give medication. Usually for things that are just kind of normal, run-of-the-mill malady,
like headaches or pain. Yes.
Whatever. I mean, she could probably go a little bit further than that. I mean, I have a friend who's a nurse practitioner who works for a urologist, and
can she check me for a hernia?
Yeah, sure she can.
Oh, yeah, she can check me for hernia.
Rashes.
There is no way she's giving psychological profile tests.
No,
of course not.
No, she's not. No.
Come on. Consider who's saying that. Come on.
Okay. So what is the difference, would you ask, between a doctor and a nurse practitioner? There are many differences between nurse practitioners.
It's usually like $800,000 a year.
It's training, responsibilities, salary, of course, all of that.
How much effort it takes to become one, because doctors get put through hell.
I mean, just everything. And so the fact that he would just claim that his daughter is a doctor because maybe she can prescribe like antibiotics when you have a little sniffle. And I'm not demeaning a nurse practitioner at all.
They do good things, not. But she's not a doctor.
Not a doctor.
Hey,
that's insane.
Honest question: Would she be able to prescribe Valtrex to Beth?
Yes, she can.
Yes,
yes she can. Sure, she can. Sure, she can. Sure, she can. Yes, thank you. But yeah, that just really drove me freaking crazy today. So then they get into a conversation at John Hines' wedding, and they start talking about JD and Stephanie. So I'm kind of curious about this, you guys, because the conversation was that JD originally wanted to ask Stephanie out when he met her. So at what point was Stephanie like a Stern Show groupie? Like,
sounds like it.
Where did they meet each other? Listen to the clip and then let's talk about it, because I'm really curious how she came to be on the show.
Or when you first met Stephanie, you had a crush on her.
Yes.
And you even wanted to ask her out.
Yes. That was years ago.
Years ago.
So
you have feelings for Stephanie. Let's be honest.
I like her as a friend and as a sister.
If Ronnie wasn't around, though, you would fuck her, right?
No.
So when did he meet Stephanie that she wasn't with Ronnie that he thought about asking her out? That's my question.
She might have been an intern.
No.
It's the opening weeks of Crazy Cabbie Beth Howard.
What?
Crazy Cabbie Beth Howard.
What about it?
Wasn't he the first go around with
Stephanie?
Someone?
With Stephanie?
No, I said Beth.
What about her? What does that have to do with my Stephanie?
Okay, well, what I'm saying is there seems to be a little bit of a sharing of the groupies.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
She was
bro.
definitely
was
definitely a groupie, just like Allison Norris.
Right.
Yeah, a good one.
Allison Norris was a fan that did a dial date.
That remembers
Is
how
she on the dating game too?
I don't know. I don't know enough. I know.
I don't remember much of Stephanie because that would have been like during right after Sirius, right?
I don't know.
Because he got rid of Bonnie. Ronnie got rid of Bonnie in like 2008 or 9, somewhere in there.
I just saying dating game. But where? But why? Like, where did she come from? Was she just like a groupie? Like she's another one of the like JD's wife? I mean, weren't other people aware of Tanko before JD?
Yes, she was a groupie too.
Absolutely.
She was a groupie also.
And so was what's her name? The Benji's ex girlfriend. What's her name? The one that
that's it.
Beaverhausen. There's quite a few.
That's right. She worked at Scores. That's right. She was at Scores. She actually was a waitress.
She wasn't.
That's right. I remember Ronnie talking about that. That's it. So there it is.
Hello, Ronnie met his wife on those stupid tours that featured JD. Okay, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know enough. All right, so then. Go.
She wasn't in charge of the meatballs at the buffet at Scores.
So they started doing a quiz, because now Ronnie turned 75. He had his birthday here in New York. Well, she had a party for him out in Vegas, and then when he came to New York, she threw him a surprise party in the city, and a lot of his friends, like from Long Island and whatever, came to it. Right. So they decided to do a quiz called "Who Outlived Ronnie?" So basically, the point of the quiz is who lived longer than 75. I'll give you a sample question. You can answer it and don't answer it if you know the answer.
I know the answer, so I heard it.
Okay. About Bing Crosby, Ronnie. That was an old dude, but did you outlive him?
I think he outlived me.
Okay. Did he or did he not outlive Ronnie at 75? Dennis, you know the answer? Xavier.
I know the answer.
Bing Crosby? He was in his 80s when he died, wasn't he?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Okay, Al?
Got me.
Okay, you got to give an answer. That's
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, he outlived him.
Okay, here we go.
Wrong.
I'm going to say he didn't.
No, Bing Crosby died of a heart attack at the age of 74 after a game of golf.
Ooh, okay.
There we go. So like that, they did John Wayne, who actually died at 72, of other people. So this was so random and it made no sense. And they made no mention of it afterwards that it didn't make any sense. But they were saying that they got Billy Joel to wish Ronnie a happy birthday. And there was no like humor to it or anything like that. Super Trooper, catching up a little bit. A nurse practitioner is like a physician's assistant. I've had my main doctors, gynos, orthopedists, etc., be nurse practitioners and PAs. Yeah, I mean, of course they do definitely more. My girlfriend works for a urologist and she does so much more than just give antibiotics.
They do a lot of the grunt work that the doctor doesn't need to do. Because that's what their use is. That's why they're so valuable.
Yes,
so,
they are.
Especially in
today's day and age with a million urgent cares, that's really who takes care of you as a nurse practitioner.
Yeah.
Well, HWO Grillo has read my mind. Absolutely. You think that the suits are so happy that this TikTok type of conversation they're having, Bing Crosby, 75-year-old.
Glenn Campbell.
They have like a whole thing where like, we're reborn, we're rebranding, we're now the cool TikTokers.
Yeah, no, there's none of that on the show. Listen, when
you're
71 years old, this is what's going to happen, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, here's somebody
doing TikTok dances.
Here's somebody wishing, Ronnie happy birthday.
For my pal Ronnie on his 75th birthday, I asked Billy Joel to cut a message here.
Hey, this is Billy Joe from the Piano Man to the Score Man. Happy birthday. Hope your wife Stephanie tickles your ivories tonight.
There you go. Billy Joel. Pretty impressive.
75!
King of all blacks.
Found people on the
it's 100% King of all blacks, dude.
Yeah, I don't even understand what its point was. Like,
to try to be funny. It was farcical. It was farcical, Monique. Farcical.
All right. Now we're going to officially get into something fun. The Hine wedding. So
yeah, pretty much.
Thank you. A tall glass of prune juice
and Geritol.
Yes. So
prune juice and vodka.
Let's take a look at the Hine wedding. So if you weren't following it,
boy,
the wife put up a bunch of pictures from the day. And curiously enough, you can always tell, like with a mother who's taking pictures of her daughter's wedding day, when like if she showed 10 pictures, 8 of them were of her and not her daughter, which I found kind of bizarre, but okay. I mean, so she's a fidget. She's absolutely the smallest human being known to mankind. So here's John Hine,
who looks really scary.
Here's the mother.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, look at the suit. Look at the button on that suit. It is screaming. It is screaming for help.
I can't hold it much longer.
Everything about this.
Okay, you know what? If you look at John and his wife, how did that come out in the middle?
It's a mix of both.
Wife.
I don't know, but you have to know that the daughter, this is the absolute best she will ever look. Like, you know that, right? It's like, so
when you
married, you lose a shit ton of weight. You want to fit into your dress. This is like a completely unsightly dress, honestly, you guys. And you know what? I'm going to bitch about it because I don't fucking care.
Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Baby, take it on.
But the pantsuit in nude color is shockingly hideous. It's shocking. And not only that, it's how do you wear a pantsuit that has like a attached skirt bustle thing in the back? I mean, that's so much.
It's like a cape for your ass.
So much outfit for a dwarf. It really is. It's just, just not right.
I'm a little lost here because wouldn't the mother of the bride have a nice dress on? Nothing to upstage the bride, but something kind of elegant because you're the mother of the bride.
I will give you that pant outfits are very in. Okay, it's
not like that. That's embarrassing.
This thing is just a thing.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. So here's
look at that button. My God, it's screaming
now,
for
she's
help.
Also wearing sneakers, and I'm going to come back to that in a moment. So this is probably just after the wedding was over, and so now you got to just kind of understand that she literally is a dwarf. Like she's a midget, she's a dwarf. So I know there's a difference between midget and dwarf. Okay, the term
it's all about proportions.
Is offensive, but dwarfism, it's all like under the realm of dwarfism or little person or person of short stature or whatever you want to call it.
She's a wee person.
It's all about proportion because she's actually in proportion. So
right.
She's a proportion dwarf.
Little arms and little legs. she's normal. But now consider that she probably has on 4-inch heels as well.
Oh, at least.
So we're talking, she probably fits under his underarm. Like it's shocking. Okay, here they are. So here, look at this. Look at the beautiful.
Ooh, look at
wow,
that.
he has the shape of a pear.
Too bad he's taken, right?
Like a piece of wet mozzarella that is left out in the sun.
I mean, he honestly looks like a ball. He looks like a ball of provolone.
Ugh.
You know how it's just kind of
Yes,
it melts
right.
on the bottom.
Have strings tied around the center of him.
I mean,
look at those hips, though, bro.
Now she has
hips
from her 4-inch heels into sneakers as well, which is so cool, so trendy, so on trend. So now you can see the real height difference.
Oh my God!
So now let's take a look at this. How tall is John Hein?
6'1".
John Hein is 6 foot.
He's a big dude.
Okay, so John Hein is 6'3".
She's like 5 foot tall.
Heck no,
4'8".
5 feet tall.
An average head is 23.25 inches. Okay, so that gives you, and he has a fairly large head, so that's going to give you 2 feet in your head. As
it's not 2 feet in his head.
So, did I not just show you the average head length?
I have
23?
I have a ruler right here. My head is not even longer than the ruler from my shoulders. I don't know what you're getting.
Oh, from your chin to your tippy top of your head, and let's see.
Look, there's a ruler, and it's sticking above my head. That's a foot long. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm just reading what it says here.
Yeah, we once had like a picture of her we could tell. And she's easily under 4'10", easily.
Oh, here. Average human head measures 6 to 7 inches in width and 8 to 9 inches in length.
That makes much more sense.
Okay, so let's give him 9 inches in head.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so 9 inches minus the 6'3".
Carry the 2.
So take that away, and that puts him at 5'6". Okay, so if we take away his head, he's 5'6". Continuing down that trajectory, she is literally underneath his arm. So that's going to give you another like foot and a half. She's got to be coming in at somewhere around 4'9", which then would put her into midget category. What is considered a midget? 4'10". If she clears,
definitely.
She's a midget.
She could have.
She could have lived in.
She could have lived in Gibsonton.
Yes.
With Lobster Boy.
It's like
everybody's super cool on this wedding with their sneakers, which I just find fascinating. So clearly the Hein daughter married John. I mean, look at the suit.
Why is it green? Why is it come out green like that?
Again, Debbie Hein getting horrible photos from her friends.
All right, that suit is screaming for help.
And
who did the arms on that suit?
The brutality of this.
Oh my God!
Look how short it is. It's like a mini skirt. It's
not his. It looks like it almost reminds me of fat guy in a little suit. Fat guy in a little suit.
The big guy, little coat. No,
fat
big guy, little coat. Yeah.
That guy in a little coat.
All right, look. So no, it's like he's wearing the fucking sneakers, and look at Hein. Look.
Oh my God, that is.
So lots of flowers at this wedding. I'm sure it was very expensive. Shit ton of flowers.
Why was that expensive?
Flowers are very expensive, and that's the chuppah.
Yeah, and those are Chevalier chairs too. We have them at the Italian club.
Chevalier.
Oh, that's a big ass.
That's a hernia waiting to happen right there.
Those are some very strong men. Those are strong men.
Exactly. Those are very strong men.
This is a sad dress, though. You know, this.
You know what? Someone said it on our side. Okay, you're a big girl, but wear something that's flattering.
This is a sad dress. You know what it looks like? If you cut it off right here, it looks like one of those bras that women who have like incredibly large breasts have to wear just to give support. I mean, you look at like the little chubby lumpkin in Bridgerton. So here's the little chubby lumpkin in that show.
We're using Bridgerton. This is great.
Well, yeah, because you know what? She's a chubby lumpkin, and they dress her wonderfully for her size. You know, they do like an umpire waistline. Nice. The boobies look nice.
It looks very nice.
You know, I mean, she's really dumpy, but they make her look adorable.
They made her look okay.
By the way, in no world with this fucking guy.
What the hell is?
Well, you never know. She may do tricks.
There's just no way.
What the? Is this like the right before like the red wedding in freaking Game of Thrones? Like people were wearing like the armor so they could stab them to death.
I'll give you a pass. I'm never watching it. I just wanted to.
Wait. Breaking Larry Mondello's shoes. Breaking news: 10 wedding goers suffer hernias.
That's gotta hurt. That's really gotta hurt. So anyway, all right. So she was like the big news of this
literally
season.
Yeah, very big news.
No, but they made her look so cute. See, look at this dress, beautiful. You know what?
Like compliments. Come on,
stunning on her. Look so cute. See, she has those little chubby lumpkin arms, little sausage fingers. She's so cute, though. Look at this. But
they dressed her very nice.
But look at the beauty of this. Look at how they took this gorgeous embroidered chiffon and made this lovely, like.
Okay, Mo, is there any way we can pull up the conjoined twins
in their wedding dress?
Mustard.
They made a better appearance at their wedding.
And honestly, if we're talking total mass, the hind chick's got the conjoined girls beat.
Oh, she got a beat by a mile, at least 10 stone.
Yeah, 10 stone. Yeah, sausage fingers.
It seems to be that the conjoined twins, I think, married JD. I mean, what's going on here?
So look, it's flattering. I have 2 heads. It's a flattering dress.
It's still more flattering than John Hine.
Honestly, yeah, the dress. Oh, that is much more flattering.
And
his suit fits.
The sheer neckline covering their incredibly large neck.
Yes,
absolutely.
By both of them. I mean, that's gotta come out at like 32 inches alone. Jesus Christ! And look, they hair the breast, right? So they have it like nicely defined. I mean, it's just super.
And the dress falls.
And the makeup is nice. Her hair looks nice.
Yes.
And he has a suit that fits him.
Yes. Yes.
100%.
That fits him.
Our girls definitely win that one.
Shoes. He's wearing shoes, not
real shoes, like a man.
Shoes.
Oi.
Okay. See, and this bustle does nothing for her.
It makes it look very large, very, very large.
But look at John Hine's suit though too. See. I don't know. I don't know who's dressing these men, and I know he's 6'3", so I'll give you a little bit of a pass. But
you can go to
suit jacket. This suit jacket should be like right about here and cover the center of his ass a little bit.
As a man, I can go to a place called Men's Warehouse, right? I mean, it's not the highest end place, but they have a section for men that are that tall and that chubby. And they have jackets that will fit men that are that tall and that chubby. And they will look okay. This is embarrassing for the amount of money he has. He is dressed as bad as Howard.
I was about to say that for all the money he's got, he should
rent a decent tux. You're not even going to have
buy
to own
a
it.
tux.
Just go rent it.
He should own one.
You've gone.
Okay, let's give him a pass on that.
$50,000 for this wedding. No joke. I think that's how much.
Go rent a decent tux, bro.
Buy a tux. Buy a nice tux. Get it fitted. Make it bespoke. Make it nice.
Bespoke.
You look at Howard. His shitty. This is the most disturbing picture of them all. Here they are. You ready? Here they are. Look at this fucking sneakers.
Oh no, you're joking. No.
Look at what's going on here. No. Come on. Are those Stan Smiths? That's what I'm wearing today. Are those these? Well, they're green actually, but my green screen is on, so yeah, humor me.
I don't know. They're white though. I mean,
I don't know. You know, I don't know.
They're K-Swiss maybe.
By the way, the fact that your dress is off-white and he wore white father's.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Shit.
Oh, that's not right. Oh, that's not right at all. Oh,
Like,
even I know that.
He should have gone for like a really pure white dress, or he could have just gone slightly off. He could have gone slightly cream so that he matched with her, but he didn't. Okay.
Well, she's honoring the rule. If once you bust the butt cherry, you can't wear white.
And just again, you know what? Wear fucking shoes. You just, I get it. If after the dance, after you do the dance, or after you get married, just wear some nice shoes and then put on your sneakers. Sure, why not? But the fact that this is what you look like, this is how you want to own your wedding day, is just horrific to me.
Bye, Instagram.
And especially the amount of coin that Hein and the other father dropped on this wedding. This is absolutely disgrace. It's disgraziato.
Do you think that they miss Beth's red wedding dress?
Yes. Stick out like a sore thumb, right? Exactly.
Go into the private chat. I have a link to that dress if you so choose to.
Which dress?
Beth.
Okay, we're not talking Beth Ellis. Let's keep
I just love.
I know. I won't keep with this.
That's
really. This is disturbing. She looks like a hostage. I mean, seriously, it's like she looks like a hostage.
Again, brutal color. No child tells their mother to dress like in these nude colors anymore.
Honestly, you know what it looks like?
None anymore.
She actually looks like she's in the circus, because circus performers wear the same exact outfits.
Exactly. Like she should be sitting with one leg on a horse, or
exactly. She's gonna go marry Tom Thumb. Christ.
This is from the forum at RadioGunk.com.
Wow, he looks like
we just kind of goofed on this, horribly. It was just horrible.
That actually improves him.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Okay, then when I saw this, I just died. You wonder why he was the blowjob king of Michigan.
Yeah. There you go.
Now it all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
For podcast people, this is John Hein looking like Steven Seagal with the carrot.
Yes.
It's just a running joke.
It is so brutal that it fixes.
It's just the jokes write themselves.
Yes, they do.
They do.
The silliness. And then, of course, Papa Wrinkles.
So silly.
Oh, no, wait.
Totally that's what it is. Thank you, John. It's totally like Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Papa Wrinkles got involved and decided to make her even more tremendous with a piece of cake in her fingers. She's kissing her man. There's a better one too.
I like the from The Sopranos though. The husband and wife.
Oh, and then they put my face on her. Very nice.
Yes.
Beth. That's Beth. Very nice.
Beth in the middle.
They put my face on everything, you guys. You need to know. And then Papa Wrinkles went back to it and then made
all done in MS Paint. That is MS Paint 101, baby.
Oh, he's the best.
That is level expert.
Yeah.
That's level expert MS Paint.
Delicious. Look at this. Yeah. Okay. So that's how that. Okay. Of course. Yes. Let's. Of course.
There's no way that happened. There's no way that happened. Those men are not that strong.
There'd be compound fractures.
Amy Audette came up with Bridgerton too. Yes, you are exactly right. I agree wholeheartedly. So anyway, that was the. Oh, here's John. Oh, see, I didn't realize this was.
Oh dear God! They actually. Those poor bastards.
Ida, this deserves a little recognition. Very funny. Yeah, this is fun.
Look, those guys are struggling.
Yes. This is a lot.
Struggling.
So there you go. There's the John Hein wedding in photos for all of you to enjoy. Now we can go back to, thank you so much, Ida, as always. We can now go back to the conversation about it that they had on air.
And the thing is, this is completely fair game at this point because it became content on the show.
That's right.
It was content on the show. I mean, if you don't like it, then don't make it content on the show.
Lump it, and you know what? Go ahead, go find pictures of me at a wedding, and I defy you to find me looking that shitty. I really do.
You have one picture from Portugal.
Yeah.
I definitely know you showed us. And you know what? You did not look awful.
When my stepdaughter got married, though, there was like a specific color that you had to wear, and I wore it, but my dress was stunning, if I do say so myself. I'll have to look for it while we're on the off chance that we. Well, okay, now I know that.
Oh, this is hilarious. Are you kidding? Are you joking?
Yeah, right.
Did Howard and Beth go to the wedding? No.
Let us not forget when Beth and Howard were at Sweet Ashley Jade's wedding, and Beth needed to stick out like a sore thumb. As usual.
There are two
you
colors.
Know what the best part about this? She came back the next day like, it wasn't a red dress. Like, it was red. Whatever color it was.
And just note the fact that suit of Howard's is the same suit he wore the other day. And look at the color on it. He never changed out. He never changed the shirt.
That thing, it's almost like there's a zipper on the back and he just hangs it up.
It's just horrible.
It looks like, like at the boardwalk when you take a picture, like when there's a cutout.
Yes.
And you stick your head through it.
So
I mean, it was always like this. So
I know there are two colors that you definitely don't ever wear to a wedding.
Red and white.
One is white, and the second is bright red.
Look
Those
how
are colors
smug
you
she
don't ever wear at the friggin' wedding.
No, of course.
Never wear those colors.
You see anybody at this wedding? Here, we're looking at the whole crowd that was there. Give me 1 second.
I saw no red dresses in that crowd.
No,
you can wear blue. Blue's a color.
Blue's a color.
Blue's a color.
Black. You can always wear black, but that's boring.
Black, because it's like a funeral.
Yeah, nobody likes to wear black anymore. It's actually quite boring. But yeah, I don't see any like bright right here. Look, not in a sea of dresses.
There's a floral pattern. Nothing loud. Something. No.
Never outshine the bride. I'm sorry. In this case, this is like sad, but yeah.
Well, hell,
But you know what? That dress that she wore to Ashley's wedding is all it says is, "I'm cutting you out the will the second Dad dies."
Listen,
yes.
That's what that is. That's a statement, bro.
She's flexing I am prettier, I am skinnier,
100%,
than all of you. So
absolutely,
suck it. That's exactly what she's doing there. And Howard knows it. Look at the face. Howard knows it. Of course he does.
Look at that wig, though. That wig still bothers me.
All right, let's continue with the John Hine wedding and let's talk about the food that was there, shall we? Here we go.
And there's a seafood section.
Go ahead, JD.
Asian section over here. There was pizza tacos, pizza, wine, cheese bar.
Wow.
I heard
this must have cost you a fortune.
I have estimates.
It cost a couple bucks, but it was, well worth it to make my daughter and my son-in-law very, very happy.
And the desserts. Oh my God, the desserts, dude. Insane.
What did you have?
I mean, first there was this little thing of like little cakes and stuff. Then all of a sudden, John's favorite came out. He had blizzards for everybody.
Dairy Queen?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Now, a little review. Here is Sweet Ashley Jade when she got married. And this was one of the few pictures that was shown from her wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, remember, Beth had a picture on that same stairwell at the top.
Yes. Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
I can't go.
A total sea monkey.
Yes, of course she did. Of course she did.
They would always do that.
So estimate of cost, because Jason wasn't there, but Jason had to be the provocateur of talking.
Well, it depends on the size. I mean, what do you think? There was like 150 people there?
No, I think there's probably more
100?
like
200?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're talking for the food he put out, probably 100 a head for food, 100 a quarter for food per head. That place had to be what, $50,000 for the whole facility for the whole night. Probably $50,000.
I don't think you have to rent it separately. I think what they do is they ball it all into the per person at most kind of wedding facilities. So I would say if you're even going to go like 300 per person,
Average
with the facility, right?
Yeah.
And so if they had 200 people, I mean, at least it was at least 150 for the wedding, probably then another 50 for all the other shit. No, let me go 100 for the wedding, probably another like 50 for flowers, because really flowers are like half the price of a wedding.
$50,000 for it was a lot of flowers. You're right.
Yeah.
It was a lot of flowers.
And then like all the rentals that go with the whole thing and whatever is probably.
But they charge you for each chair. The chairs aren't included; they're
So,
extras.
I'm gonna say it's about $200,000 wedding.
So he spent some of that TV guide money.
But here's the funny thing: they split it with.
Hold on, I'm gonna play the clips. I got all this.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you, boo. Hang on.
Oh yeah, there's a wedding cake. They just threw the wedding cake.
Oh yeah, the wedding cake also. Yeah.
Jason, and I understand a wedding band and a DJ and a whole thing.
Oh, right, the
What
band,
is your
you forget
estimate
about.
on
So
the
I talked to a
price
few
of this
people
thing?
who were there and might have an idea of, what we're pegging the number at $500,000. That's what we're pegging.
Oh, $500,000.
Yes, that is. That's what we're pegging that number at.
Wow.
John, do you have another? John, do you have another job or something that I don't know about?
Well, if it was $500,000, I would have had to have a third family come in and help pay for this thing. It was not that much money. I can tell you that.
John, did you pay for this thing solo, or did any
No, the family, we split it. We split it right down the middle.
Oh, so your Macatenus was generous.
Fantastic. Love that Macatena.
Robin, get with it. Macatenus.
Italian people.
I heard family from the get-go. They said, my daughter is like their daughter, and I said their son is like my son. And
It's so cute because you know what?
Now when it comes to money,
their son will never do any better. Honestly, he'll never do any better.
And obviously, their daughter would do no better.
And don't forget, these two right here. This is the best they will ever look. Okay.
Well, you never know. I mean, maybe.
No.
I have some optimism. No.
When you're getting married, you can practically be anorexic and everybody gives you a pass for it. You want to lose as much. You want to aspirationally buy your dress. If you're normally a size 6, you want to buy that goddamn size 4 because you know you're going to lose all that fucking weight, and you just spent $5,000 or $10,000 on a dress, and you want to fit into that fucker.
Hey,
and
I did the same thing. You're right.
Do you think there's any chance we'll get a Tommy Lee and Pamela tape from these guys?
I don't want to see it.
Gonna go no and no, thank you. So there's that.
Come on, morbid. It's like watching those beheading videos.
Oh, stop it with the beheading videos.
He's always with beheadings.
Did we know? He's very. This is him. This is who he is.
Do you? I mean, the fact that he made the other family split it when he's supposed to pay for it, Mr. TV Guide money.
I think that they offered.
Wait. Yes, I'm confused here. Yes or no? Did the other family pay half?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but
they would have been. They would have been better off just having what do you call it, a Hindu wedding with a dowry and a goat.
Correct.
But you know what? Maybe they have a lot of money. Maybe that's their only child. So then they don't have a daughter. So they're happy to. And you know what?
Nobody's happy to spend money.
Probably because they split it with him, they were able to make a bigger wedding. It's a complete
Xavier.
Yes.
They don't have to feed that kid anymore. So
you're right. That's probably
coin,
like,
get rid of him.
Deep.
Yeah. Rupert Pupkin, by the way, won $4 in the Powerball.
What? Spend it all in one place.
Thanks for the super chat, Rupert.
Where's our $2? Where's our $2? Where's our $2?
So here, a sad note.
Eliminate free,
A sad note. I didn't realize that Stephanie had thyroid cancer. Did we know this?
No, never brought it up before.
I would have never called her Down syndrome had I known that.
So
they're two separate things.
Just so you know, thyroid cancer is a very curable cancer. If caught early, it's like 80% succession after 5 years.
So what? So just out of curiosity, so then how would she get rid of the 75-year-old lump that she has?
Time will take its course on that one.
Father time
always wins.
Apropos to that, here's the conversation.
It could be anybody. She keeps telling me, well, I could walk out and get hit by a bus tomorrow. I could go before you. And I know it's fucking bullshit.
He's so angry.
She keeps throwing that at me all the time. Like, I could she's had her deal with thyroid cancer and all that kind of bullshit. And she goes, you never know what could happen to me. And she keeps, throwing that back at me when I bring it up.
So we didn't know this. This was news to us today.
Why is he so angry?
I don't know. I think the show works him up.
She's telling me it's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's always angry.
He's angry. I mean, they're irritating. I think he just wants to go back and take a nap. Because it's 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning when this shit is happening.
He really doesn't want to have any of this bullshit.
And you know what? The thyroid thing makes sense because of the way her eyes always seemed all kind of like
raccoon.
Yeah, the whole thyroid thing messes like a lot of
does
stuff.
Does it really?
Up.
I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
That.
Yeah,
so that explains a lot. Wow, poor thing.
Poor
Steph. Did that affect her decision making?
Your grandfather and you had cancer. That's terrible.
We're really happy that you came through that, Stephanie.
Absolutely. Hey, hang on.
Pick on, not you. We don't like picking on Stephanie. We like her.
We're not picking on her. In fact, Ronnie's way more angry than we are, bro.
This is a normal, happy girl living her life. I mean, you know what? So what? She married some 500
Let's not get crazy.
She could do way better than that old geezer.
Of course she can. And you know what? She will next time around. It's okay.
Yeah, she'll get his money, and then she'll do better.
She'll do better. She'll
you know what? There's a good chance she'll have a new boyfriend by the time the next Marvel movie comes
out. She'll go for a new model. Sure. Okay, so here's some other upcoming stuff. I mean, he kind of does this all the time now. He kind of recaps what's coming or gives us like here's what's coming up next or whatever. And so this is a two-parter, so it's really special. Here's what's upcoming and the Flirty Gary promo. And I know you were all waiting for this because it's so horrible. It's actually shocking. Here we go.
A lot of other people want to get on the air. I got a bunch of stuff I got to discuss with you. By the way, soon Flirty Gary's big return. Gary transforms into a sexy werewolf for Halloween and a prank call called Flirty Werewolf Gary. I also have an Oprah phone call I want to do, funny phone call. Soon, the game Is It Penis will be happening. We play you a clip from a news story with one word missing, and you have to guess if the missing word is penis or not.
By the way, today's October 29th, so Cocktober is officially over tomorrow.
It is.
So, but sure, let's go into Dickvember. What is it? What
I don't know.
Right.
Robin, you'll be playing that with a lucky fan.
Lucky.
Also enter to win the Ultimate Howard Stern Show fan experience. Oh, I should find out what that is, but I'll wait till after the commercials.
How do you not know what that is? We've discussed this already several times.
He's actually done a live read for it.
I know. And had a discussion
he is.
with guys.
Guys, he's an old dude. Come on.
He is as dumb as I say he is. He is a 69 IQ. He's not room temperature. I mean, this man is dumb. He's really that dumb.
Not even his age. Yeah, it's like frightening. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you enter this contest?
You know what? I'll do that on the flip side of the commercials.
Sure.
Here's a promo for the Flirty Gary thing.
That's a thing.
Prepare to be fried.
You gonna let me make you pregnant with my little babies?
Absolutely.
Prepare to be terrified.
You've heard of kibbles and bits? Well, this wolf loves nipples and clits.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Scared stiff.
You better open that cooter, because this werewolf ain't never been neutered. You feel me?
Turn my pussy into a werecunt, please.
Flirty Werewolf Gary, coming soon to the Howard Stern Show.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
That is shockingly bad.
Yep.
Even for this show, that is shockingly bad.
This is a perfect example of where Xavier always likes to talk about how they have to get somebody's approval up front kind of thing. Like, there's no way anybody is talking to Gary.
Zero.
So, Monique, if somebody called you up like that with, being a werewolf, I mean, you wouldn't just hang. You would stay on. You wouldn't stay on the line. You wouldn't.
I mean, clearly they're calling like a sex worker. That must be like a.
No, really? Couldn't tell.
It's a staff member, probably.
Oh, it's disgusting. Anything about it, and I'm sure we'll come back to it because he'll probably play it sometime in. I mean, everybody had a different word for Nostratember, November.
November is a great word.
See you next Tuesday, Vember. So a bunch of Vembers that could be on their way. Okay, so then here's where he talks about, I mean, not that we heard him playing guitar, but here's where, and of course, Fred like licking his balls and suckling him with the disgusting fawning.
And tickling
Fred
the
and I
tape.
now discuss guitars. So we do have something of a relationship.
Wonderful. I'm glad you finally found something to talk to Fred about.
I'm shocked. I never thought I'd talk to Fred off the air. And I did.
But I know what I'm talking about with guitars, and you're getting better at it, by the way. You really are. And I actually enjoyed you playing the guitar during the pre-show meeting today. It made it more entertaining for me.
Yeah, I was trying to entertain the staff. They deserved a concert.
Good.
They went from
Bruce to me is what he was basically saying, but nobody needs to hear. It's like, everybody just wants to get their job done. And everybody has to humor the boss who decides that he wants to play guitar for them at 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, who the fuck needs that?
Well, what's even worse, though, is that you have a podcast that, is given a lot of money by SiriusXM to exist, and you're spending your preparation time listening to the worst guitarist on planet Earth destroy music for 10 minutes.
But he also has the easiest job. He's literally on Amazon.
And they all have to kiss his ass to tell him how amazing he is at it, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the sad part about it, is that
it's pathetic.
They're just sycophants who just need to...
Dude, they get paid. They get paid.
I know.
Anything.
I know.
I mean, so Fred, it was a lot for Fred, though, because he did have to stop, looking for, new accessories for his motorcycle.
You got off of Facebook Market?
Yeah, exactly.
Just for a minute. All right, so we're going to finish up. We got 2 more clips. And again, this is him just basically filtering comments that come in because, of course, that's what he does.
Jimmy Fallon, they loved. I don't see a negative here, but then again, we throw out anything negative. So,
so you're not sure if there was.
I mean, maybe there was something negative, but we wouldn't know it. At least I wouldn't know it. They keep it from me. Anything negative, don't bother even sending it. We have screeners, and they are told never make Howard unhappy, which means anything negative doesn't reach my desk.
Only happy thoughts. Only happy thoughts.
What a friggin' bubble this guy lives in. I mean, that is sociopathic behavior. That's psychotic behavior. Literally, it's both, because he lives in a fantasy world.
Well, here's the funny thing about that is that his thin skin really does play into the entirety of that staff. They are entirely thin-skinned. Every single one of them. They can't take criticism because in their minds, the hubris of thinking that they are the cream of the crop when it comes to broadcasting, radio, whatever it is you want to talk about, they truly believe that they are the absolute it. And, they may be paid that way because thank God for Buchwald and for serious contracts. So I get that. I think as a group, they're probably way overpaid for what they do. I mean,
100%.
Yeah, every last one of them is overpaid. I'm even talking about the back people. They're way overpaid.
Let's not forget there's at least one person that's listening to this that probably gets paid to just listen to our stuff. And
I know. And they'll bring up some
we've had example after example of how
it happens all the time.
Like Mo mentioned, freaking clothespin, and tomorrow they'll talk about a clothespin.
It's weird how that happens.
Yeah, it's a couple of times was a coincidence, but after a couple of years, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, the contest was the best one.
Yeah,
the contest was the best. But it's actually, it's so disturbing that they are so full of themselves, they don't even realize they're doing a podcast at this point. They still think they're on the radio. They honestly really do think they're on the radio.
I think they're on the radio and television.
Yes, and they're on television too. And they really do think that they're doing a horrible podcast from a basement. It's literally the end of it.
It's he was goofing on podcasts. Basically, there you are, bro.
Yeah, the irony is shocking. All right, so let's clip the
he gets all the cool TikTokers
Yes.
All the young kids.
They still think too they have an impact on somebody. Like if somebody comes in to promote a movie, or
absolutely
have an impact on the sales or the performance.
Everybody blows smoke up the Emperor's New Clothes ass. I mean, that's just the way it works. Everything is a happy thought. Everything is wonderful. You are the best at everything that you do, and everybody knows it. You're a star. You're a superstar.
You know what, though? It's too bad that he doesn't have any self-awareness, because he doesn't.
He does have self-awareness, but he avoids it.
Yeah, well, the thing is,
he knows he sucks.
Deadpool and Wolverine, if you're so relevant, I know it was going to be everybody knew it was going to be a big movie, but you didn't have one person from that movie on
they were literally
your show.
On everything.
The biggest thing on TV is Penguin. How do you not have Colin Farrell on talking about it?
Nope. He's talked
Has he
about
even
it once.
That show?
He did. He got paid and did a commercial.
Oh, there was like a read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But he'd rather talk about things like shitty shows on Paramount Plus and stuff like that. That
He's
nobody
paid for that too, though.
But
and nobody wants.
Keep in mind,
the
there
blindness.
has to be at this point. There has to be some sort of negotiations for what's to come, because it's 1 year from now he's looking at bye.
Yeah,
if he doesn't.
How does Sirius even go? Like,
bro?
Yeah, well,
Well, how many times have we said that?
We'll continue.
The last time we're like, oh, for sure they're not gonna, and then there it was.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, there's a right of first refusal, definitely,
Right
because there's no way this is a two-sided conversation. No way.
It'd be really interesting. 1 more year of doing this shit, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, and then
which is what 20 shows.
Yeah,
it might. But next year it might be. It might be 20 shows next year for all we know.
All right, let's do our final. Let's do our final end of show clip. Here we go.
Weird reaction.
That is weird. Tan Mom's being catfished. I played you that.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about that. So Tan Mom is being catfished by a comedian named
that we've never heard of.
Matt. Hold on. I'm going to pull him up, because actually I was shocked and amazed that this was
I have a feeling there's a promo thing here. This is what this is all about.
So his name is Matt Rife, and he's actually kind of handsome.
And they played. See, they said his name a lot of times. I mean, like a lot of times. And that's Howard's type. Oh, yeah. That's Howard's type. Oh, definitely.
He is yet, but yeah. So
Howard
this
likes
boy allegedly is talking to Tan Mom, and he asked her if she wanted to go on vacation with him, and oh my goodness, and that
Howard's going ooga,
and that he was going to put in $40,000, and in order for Tan Mom to come with him, all she needed to do was put in 5 to his 40. And they could go away together. And for a hot moment, she thought that this dude was actually talking to her.
Choked Tan Mom on the couch. So that's this dude, and we'll compare. We'll show her.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get.
Thanks, chat, for bringing that up, because yes, that's the perfect example.
It's actually the best.
You got to be kidding me.
I want to just clip it so I can blow it up, because it's just really the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Tan Mom on the couch. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Tan Mom on the couch. Tan Mom on the motherfucking couch.
That's the predator, bro.
Really
He's using the trees.
This photo never gets old, because it's actually shocking.
5 minute spread, no sound.
So yeah, so there's Tan.
I can't believe. That is gonna go ask. Go back to Tan Mom. That is going to ask that out.
That, and just in case you don't see it,
something spooky,
really highlighted almost.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there in the center. Oh my God, where's that picture?
You skinned alive.
Yeah, this boy, and so now there's an AI generated him that is talking to her, and that keeps telling her that he wants to.
I have a feeling
she's got to know that dude's got a boyfriend, right?
Knows now. She knows. No, she knows.
Well, no. I have a feeling that the Stern Show is kind of up to this, because this is weird.
You are one ugly motherfucker.
that they just kept saying his name over and over and over again. No one knows really who he is. I mean,
I feel like they just really wanted Howard to get a Googled picture of this. I guarantee you, now that we'll know what he looks like, he will 1,000% bring him back up. He may
absolutely
have to have him on at some point.
Oh, absolutely. And he'll come in the studio.
Let's bet on that.
Oh, I don't even want to take that bet because I have
that's a sucker bet right there.
That's
I mean, he's a very beautiful boy. He is. He has a very beautiful face. He's almost looks like a girl. He's just incredibly attractive boy. And so, yeah, I could see how this person, if you like, she's like, I had no idea who he was. And then I Googled him and I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this guy is coming after me. And it's like, oh, you're so cute. No.
Get to the chopper.
Wow.
So so Tan Mom was getting scammed apparently as well. So that was like a big part of the thing today. I'm sorry I interrupted my own clip, but hang on.
If it bleeds.
JD in Catfish, I played you that. John Hines' daughter's wedding, JD in his black tie. People writing about a lot of stuff. All right. Well, anyway.
We've had enough show.
There it is. A very full show, and we have so much show tomorrow. I got to go take my psycho test, find out if I'm psychotic. Yeah. And then you're having yours later in the day. Psychopathic. There's a difference, evidently. What do I know? I'm probably both.
If you're psychotic, it doesn't necessarily mean you're dangerous to other human beings. Psychopaths are just awful people.
Good luck on your test.
Sounds like most of the people on the staff.
You get on the narcissist test because I'd be afraid of you then. Try to really concentrate.
Wow. All right. This is how it goes. It just kept lingering. I was trying to
it was awful.
The end of the show, and it just.
I don't think I am one, but I'm going to go take the test now. So we'll see what happens.
It was 5 minutes.
Psychopath. I don't get that.
Okay, and I had to get it off because it just was like, all right, enough. And then he went into he went into like some stupid whiskey commercial and some stupid.
All right. So that Wild Turkey read was probably one of the worst reads they've ever done because you have Gary come in who knows nothing about anything and talking about this whiskey isn't like stuff you had in the 70s. Wild Turkey was around in the 70s. I remember my grandfather drinking it in the 70s.
Really?
Yeah. My grandfather drank Wild Turkey. And I literally was like, okay. And then you bring in Mund talking about Stephanie drinking Wild Turkey. This was it was the worst advertisement for an alcohol you could ever have. It just like, why? Why? It dragged on. It was like 2.5 minutes long of just.
All right, who cares?
It was just bad, though. I mean, this is how bad the podcast is.
It's just awful. But Matt Rife is handsome, so there's that.
Oh yeah, there is that. I guess. And
so there's
Howard's all sexed up now.
All right, so Melody, if they do the psychological drama for tomorrow, if you want to throw some 2 cents into that after you've listened to the show, and I'll be more than happy to throw your insight up onto the screen when we do talk about it, if they do this tomorrow. But again, there's no guest tomorrow, I don't think, right?
Nope, no guest. They're just filling it with more getaway filler.
Yeah. So there's
wait, even more. There's been no announcement for any guest next week. Nothing. There's been no announcement at all.
They have worked for almost a few days.
But no, they're probably going to be on, but that means there's just literally going to be empty filler.
Yeah.
Till Thanksgiving break.
Speak for myself, Matt. Why? You didn't think he was cute? He's a cute boy. He's a boy that if he walked down the street in just like his bathing suit, short trunks with like a pair of high top sneakers, odds are you kind of might look at him. I'm sorry. I just thought he was.
Yeah, but his boyfriend might get jealous at you.
In a very traditional way, I thought he was a little handsome.
Yeah, his butthole whistles.
We don't know that they're off next week. We don't know.
No, they're not. They're just not. They have no guest.
We don't know what we don't know.
No, he's going to do till Thanksgiving break, which is 7 more shows. But there's no announcement of guests, which is weird. He's been announcing a week ahead, and there's been silence. So, and this is a hard time of year to get guests, November.
Yeah,
it's really not the king time to get guests, and
But
December
he
is
usually
even worse.
backloads his guests, as you know.
He can't.
November is a very historically big time for him to have guests in.
Yeah, he'll have like that one guest that
And it
eats up
doesn't
the
matter
entire
that
week.
he's on like a tour or anything like that. Like, I'm shocked that Billy Joel is now doing a tour with Sting. I'm shocked.
Oh yeah, I know.
That he doesn't
Really?
have Sting coming in.
Is that guy ever like? Is he ever home?
I think Sting. I think Sting is done with Howard. I think probably the last time
dude,
they're
you
on,
remember there was some good shows back.
I
in
know,
the
but I
90s.
think he pissed him off. There was a little.
Or Sting got bored, bro.
That too. I mean,
You know, when you're having sex for a week in a row,
Yeah,
you know, it's like,
entrance sex.
You ain't gonna be.
They revealed just a little too much on that show back in the day. All right. Well, anyway, so that's it for tonight. Tomorrow is everybody's Friday, so we will discuss and then maybe I'll see if I can bring up my classic pictures of what Howard's lobby actually looked like on Halloween.
They're awesome.
And we can talk about that.
You mean the lobby he doesn't see anymore because he doesn't
Yeah.
go to that building?
It's just like a kitty litter.
So true. Al, what's going on with you? You haven't really been that talkative, even though you wanted to be on tonight. You just wanted
to come for the ride.
to be here with us. That's what it is.
Like the title says, I'm the resident media whore. I love being on.
Exactly.
Yay.
It's we appreciate it though. We do.
I do too, and I love everybody in the chat.
I know the chat. We have the best chat. We do. We have the best chat in the world, and we want to keep it that way. So guys, we will see you tomorrow. Then Dennis will give us a little update on what's going on with DJ's Classic Garage Power Maker.
Yes. So I just dropped 2 videos on that Oldsmobile that's going to drive me insane. I have another video coming out tomorrow on a very bizarre car that Stellantis is releasing at SEMA that is not going to cause a buzz or anything, and they think it will. But so just tune in and find out. You can find me out there. There's a link below, and I try to do car things. I like cars.
I like cars.
They're fun. I'm going to do a thing on my car, getting ready for a car show.
Okay, well, that was weird. So we're going to end with that.
Yes,
and thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. And we shall see you anon. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.